Hello, my name is Ali Shalon, and I'll be talking about whether people should be able to drive having a DUI, or they should have their license revoked and not be able to drive. So there is a law in place if you get caught driving drunk under the influence, you will be if you exceed the limit, you will be taken to jail and get a DUI, and I believe it should stay that way. There are people that don't want a will think they don't deserve a DUI if they're caught drunk driving. And through these statistics and facts, stuff like that, I will hopefully convince the audience on why it should stay that way with people getting arrested and getting a DUI. I also have included first person stories who have been involved with drunk drivers. Excuse me. Uh, I've had close friends that have passed from drug driving, and first I'd like to begin with the statistics. Excuse me. So, nearly 40% of all fatal traffic accidents in the U.S. involve drinking, resulting in an annual death of 17,000 people. So, that's a very big number. Every year, 17 deaths. Uh, Actually, I have a bunch of statistics. Bear with me, I'm going to read them off the paper. So, according to a recent survey by the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, 17% of drivers aged 21 and over admit to getting behind the wheel after consuming alcohol or using illegal drugs at least once a year. That is, again, a very huge number. Number two, a way to prevent, and this is actually what one way to prevent these accidents actually are to immediately take the license away from the drunk drivers, or if they fail a breath test, immediately take the license, and that'll save approximately 800 lives a year, says a new study. It obviously works. So, Alexander Wagner said, pre-conviction license suspension laws are clearly successful in reducing the rates of alcohol-related crashes because of the numbers in the studies that were taking place. Okay, moving on. So, a lot of people lose their lives due to the selfishness and shallowness of drunk drivers. I researched many stories, people of, getting hit off the road, stuff like that, and then later the police finding out that they're under the influence. What driving drunk does, it impairs your vision, impairs your muscle, how fast you react. So in your brain, you might think you're able to drive, but in reality, you react a lot slower and just not able to help it. Those are the facts. That's what alcohol does to your system. It gets absorbed into your body and just makes you not 100%. Okay, so I included the website where I heard this story from. There was a lady that was driving, and so a man decided to go out for a jog on a beautiful morning. Obviously he didn't expect to get hit by a drunk driver, but he got hit from the back. He rolled on top of the car, cracked the windshield. He ended up flying forward and hitting a pole. That lady ended up taking off. When police caught up to her, actually citizens had to stop her. When police caught up to her, they found her that she was under the influence. She couldn't talk her words right. Her speech was just slurred, slow, stuff like that. And that's a shame because she really could have took the man's life, but he is paralyzed, and his life is forever changed. So I do have a friend from high school actually that passed away recently, a couple months ago. And so I do have her on Snapchat, and I open her Snapchat. She's partying, drinking, stuff like that. And the next morning, she's on the news, right? I just see on the Instagram post that rest in peace, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy, because I just seen her her Snapchat. Her Snapchat is still uploaded. They stay up for 24 hours, and she's pronounced dead. Later in the news, it says, drunk driver, so she was drunk, flips over. So her car flew over, which is just so surreal because, you know, I knew her, and to see her post still online from her drinking and all that stuff, you just never know. Because you think you might have control, but in reality, you don't. I'm going to finish off with a couple more statistics just to finish this off here. 40% of traffic accidents alcohol is considered a factor that leads to fatalities on the road. And 40% of accidents on the road are considered as a factor that, alcohol is considered as a factor in those accidents. Excuse me. Every day, almost 30 people in the United States die from drunk driving crashes. That's one person every 50 minutes. That's insane. Drunk driving crashes claim more than 10,000 lives per year. In conclusion, alcohol is a substance that reduces the function of the brain, impairing thinking, reasoning, and muscle coordination. Through the main points of statistics, facts, or surveys, and the stories about the drunk driving victims, hopefully I've convinced you that people should remain getting their license revoked, and they shouldn't be driving if they have a DUI. Simple as that. Thank you very much.